What is up, guys? This is Chris with Leveling Up Your Finances, and just to finish out the week for the fall of the Luna Empire, we are going to go into the details of who are the winners and the losers of the Terra downfall. So let's just get started. Again, this is from Milk Road. If you haven't checked out their newsletter yet, you can go down to the description and there's my referral link to their newsletter. They are absolutely great. They've been doing this for about 5 months, I think they said. But I love their enthusiasm and their sarcasm. So it's definitely great to go check it out if you'd like to. So let's start off with the winners. Third place, Janet Yellen. You know the regulators. But if you don't remember, that's this lady. She looks young enough to understand how crypto works, so I think she is great. I think she should definitely push regulation of cryptocurrencies, which actually, honestly, if you really think about it, isn't that bad of an idea to some extent. However, one of the best parts about crypto is there isn't any regulations, and it's the wild, wild west out there. But again, that's not great for investing. That's just great for gambling, which I love both. All right. Well, anyway, stable coins are the biggest threat to the dollar because they are what crypto people use for transactions. Oh, no way. That's how that works? Okay. UST collapse is a great excuse for increased regulations. She already said it, and so did the UK. That's cool. So we're following the UK and whatever they do again. That worked out really good last time. All right. I'm going to stop with the sarcasm. But wait. Freddie Reynolds. Freddie Reynolds. This one's actually really funny. So he pushed out in November. A few weeks ago, I responded to the TBR90's tweet with a brief outline of how the wealthy attacker could not only break the Terra money, but profit heavily doing so with the Soros, I can't even say that, sorry, style Black Wednesday attack. Below, I provide detailed breakdown, 1 billion capital needed, blah, blah, blah. Probably the most retarded thread I've read in this decade. Silence is a perfectly acceptable option if stupid. Billionaires in my following, go ahead, see what happens. The billionaires did in fact go ahead. So that's pretty good. Freddie got the last laugh, so that's pretty hilarious. The idea is retarded. Again, so that's pretty awesome. Still feel bad for everyone that was holding UST or Luna, obviously, but hey, sometimes you just gotta laugh it off, guys. And then number one, everyone's shorting and betting against Terra. This is another one where the guys, a few people actually, but this one guy made a $10 million bet on Terra would fail. He won the bet, obviously, and he actually hedged down the cost only to 72 cents to his hedge for the 10 million. So that's pretty nuts. Where is it? Let's go. All right, so this is kind of from the article back in March about it. So Luna is the Bitcoin of the bull run, printing 20% APY out of their asses. Once APY drops and the demand goes down, Luna will also spiral down, having to bail out billions of UST. So if you want to read this, you can go check it out. It's this one's back in March for them. But basically, they're getting called out on, for Luna. Luna's getting called out on Twitter. And they basically started setting up this one bet for 1 million. What was it, 1 million? But this guy actually bet $10 million. What is it? Gigantic Rebirth. Interested in the same bet for $10 million. Would donate half to charity. Express price to pump short term, but in 1 year, supremely confident the current narrative is lost. And well, let's be real, he was definitely correct. And then he called him out. He said, let's do it. So fund Kobe, swallow it, and I'll match it. Good luck. All right, well, let's see what actually happened. So Algod did 1 mil. Don Juan. I was going to say him Don Juan 1 mil, and then 10 millions GCR, and then 10 millions Don Juan. That's a total of 22 million in the pot, locked and loaded. Well, we saw how that happened, and so I kind of feel bad for him because, yeah. The losers, I got 5 for you. So the Milk Road, again, that's the guys that are putting out this newsletter. They lost 20K of Luna. Last month it was worth 600K, and now it's worth the lint in your pocket, which sucks. But you know what? They're taking the L pretty good. So we lost 2K. I repeat, we lost 2K. Hope you're, I had to answer, hope you're okay text, like we have a lump on our prostate. And of course we're okay. This is big boy investing. And it's true, you do take some L's. Everyone's taking a few L's here and there, but that's how you learn and you get better at investing. Or in this case, gambling, whatever. Obviously the retail investors got wrecked. Anyone that had Terra or Luna on their sheet, it's gone. Any of the VCs who invested, so like Jump Crypto, Polychain, Tribe, Binance, Coinbase Ventures, etc. Mike, I don't know how to say his name, but this dude actually got the tattoo on his arm. And if you haven't seen it yet or heard this is pretty awesome. So he has it. But the thing is, the guy's still a billionaire, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it sucks, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't really care too much. If anything, he said it's a reminder of take some humility, you know? Never get a tattoo of your girlfriend or token. They will both leave you cold, alone, and penniless. All right, now Do Kwon, the bigger Luna got, the cockier he became, and shitting on the non-believers on Twitter. We've seen that, and now he's hearing it back tenfold. He got publicly wrecked. Like, who wants to work with? This is the second time a coin has failed that he's been a part of. What was the other one, like? Cash basis cash, I don't know, something like that. Basis case, I don't remember, but he failed at that one too. Lost the personal bet of 10 million, and then he named his own daughter Luna. Imagine naming your son Enron if you were the CEO of Enron. Actually, I do want to name my next daughter, if I do have another daughter, Luna, but not because I own Luna or believed in it or anything, but now I just might have to change my mind. All right, so other losers, the other crypto projects, because UST was too big to fail, but then it did fail. So this will undoubtedly be impacting other projects if you think about it. The market cap was high, 41 billion, and it went to zero in one day. And let's be real, unlike the Lehman Brothers, there is no bailout coming because no government's bailing them out, obviously. And should they? No, obviously. They bought 3 to 4 billion of Bitcoin and now have less than 10 million. That's a lot of sell pressure, and it's provided the drive for Bitcoin's price to go down. Let's see, and it also gives DeFi as a whole a bad name to regulators and normies. I mean, it's pretty obvious. And then it reinforces the meme that crypto is too risky and it's just a house of cards or a Ponzi scheme. You've heard it all, guys. And it's, to be real, just because one thing went bad doesn't mean they're all going to go bad. Like back in the late 90s, the .com crash, Amazon dropped down to $5, if you remember, and now it's over $2,100. So they were guilty by association, but just because a lot of them are bad doesn't mean there's not going to be that one that stands out and just freaking blasts off and hits the moon. So what happens next with Terra, guys? All right, so there's two proposals. The revival plan, obviously this was proposed by the original Terra founders. They want to fork the chain and create Terra 2.0 based on the day before the attack, basically a do-over. You still got to put attack in quotations because was it attack? We don't know. They would print 1 billion new tokens and give them out to the holders based on what they had before the chain died. But remember, you can't print your way out of bankruptcy. Oh wait, I think the government does that actually. Thought to ponder there. The Fat Man proposal, if you didn't notice, is proposed by a guy named Fat Man. He wants to make all the small wallets 100% again. So like the FDIC insures a traditional bank, the government insures you up to $250K for your deposit. He wants to take whatever's left of Luna Foundation reserves and then make those small wallets 100% whole again. The only problem is there's only about 10 million worth of Bitcoin left in the reserves because, again, they sold out 3 billion last week in an attempt to save the pig, and that is gone. So again, guys, we're just going to close off with the Luna Terra. We'll probably still hear about this for the next week or so, and then it'll just be old news. But basically, that's the gist of everything. Guy got cocky, blew up in his face. A lot of people lost a lot of money. Billions of dollars gone down the drain. But on the bright side, guys, just remember that you can stay awesome and keep loving each other. I'm out.